Hey, what's up everyone? Today we have a pressure washer. I'm hoping you can tell the problem. It decided that it didn't want to have a pump anymore and exploded. Owner tells me that he bought it like this. He has one very similar, he likes it. He found this one for a very reasonable price and is asking me to replace the pump. No idea how much he paid for it, but hopefully not much. Has a Honda 8 or 13, I forget. This is the 8. Excuse me. He gave me 3 of them. This is a pack of 2 that he bought, and he gave me his that he was using for a long time to tune up. He also gave me pumps. I don't know what they are. I don't know if they're the same. I hope they're not the same. Well, I guess it wouldn't be horrible, but either way, I figured we're going to take this pump off. We're going to see the condition of this and see if it just comes off or how broken it is, basically. It's not going to be salvageable, obviously, but I at least want to see if I could just take off big pieces and just make it easier on ourselves. Well, let's find out. Okay, good. That's what I thought. I didn't think there was anything connecting this inside. Pumps are weird, though. One time, they could be doing something completely different or be set up a completely different way. But now we have the task of removing this. Should just be these couple bolts before, and then hoping that can just slide off and have to deal with this. This is going to be the hard part. Guarantee you that is completely seized on the shaft. You can see the rust already. That's not going to be fun. Okay, like I thought, that came right off. That's going to go to the recycling person. Maybe not that piece, but the pump probably will. There's a lot of valuable metal in there. Okay, so let's see if first let's make sure it's off. It is. Is there a set? There is a set. Okay. Like I said, I'm be very, very surprised if that came off. I'm going to loosen that set screw and we will try. This was completely packed with rust. I mean, look at it. And the Allen was having a hard time getting a grip, so I just took a screwdriver and I cleaned it out and it allowed it to be more useful. Yeah, that's what I thought. We are gonna need a puller. Yeah, I'm gonna get a puller and hopefully we can get this working. If that doesn't work, I think this is metal. We might try heating it up if the puller is just having a real hard time. Yeah, it's metal, okay. Heat and rust don't like each other very much. Heat will kind of help us break it up. I'm going to take out this set screw all the way. Oops, and drop it, of course. Take a little bit of PB. Let's see if it comes out anywhere. Huh. It is starting to come out. That's good. Well, there's my puller. Let's see how well this works. My apologies for the noise. Wow. I am surprised. That I thought it was going to take a whole lot of extra work. That's pretty much what the video was going to be about too, was removing a seized pressure pump. So in this case, let's go over a couple things because I'm going to do another video installation. I was looking at them, the pumps are exactly the same, so let's think about this real quick. If this was completely seized on there, you have a couple options. One, you can let time help you out. Soak it with the penetrating oil. Sometimes if you take automatic transmission fluid and mix it with acetone, 25% acetone and the rest transmission fluid, maybe 50-50. That's usually a pretty good penetrant as well. That can work. Now, that's if you don't have a puller. A puller, you probably could get away with not having to use it. You still want to oil it up though. Now, if you are not having a good time, the next stage is going to be heat. However, know that if you have to add heat, the likelihood of damaging the oil seal in the motor itself, right here, it's a rubber piece, is pretty high. So you might have to potentially replace that. If your pump is not like ours and it's just a residential style pump, just sideways, that one's going to be a little bit more difficult. You will probably have to let it soak overnight. I personally like to tip it over on its side, drain all the oil out of the motor so you don't have a potential mess on your hand. Tip the machine and everything on its side so the horizontal pump is now vertical. If you already have a vertical pump, you don't have to do anything. You just let that thing soak, and over time it will let go. Take a pry bar, pry up on it. Just make sure you're doing it in a secure location. You don't want to damage your actual motor. So other than that, that's really the only other options you have. Heat, penetrating oil. If none of those things happen, unfortunately, I've had to do this, and your last recourse really is to cut it off. And when you cut it off, you don't want to damage the shaft at all. So I personally cut as much of the pump off as I can. If you have one of those residential style pumps, there's going to be like a solid metallic piece that is stuck after you remove as much pump as you can on the shaft. At that point, you can try to use your puller there. If you have enough grip, you're going to want to cut off the end because you want to be pressing on the shaft, not the actual metal sleeve that was on the pump. So that's going to be a little difficult. Basically, you're going to take your time with a grinding wheel, or excuse me, cutting wheel. I personally like to use a Dremel because those are a little bit more detailed than just, you know, a normal cutoff wheel. So other than that, that's pretty much going to be the end of this. If you have any questions, let me know. Feel free to leave a comment below. Definitely subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at SmallEngine101, and I will see you on the next video. Have a good rest of your day.